Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sabha and it gives me immense pleasure to be back here to help parents achieve lasting relationships with their children by inculcating stress-free positive parenting skills. Does your child throw himself to ground, scream, kick his feet? These are the most common behavioral problems that we as parents come across during a child's development at some point or the other. In today's video, let's discuss what temper tantrums are, what causes temper tantrums, and how can we prevent these temper tantrums. So let's get started. Temper tantrums are basically unpleasant, disruptive behaviors expressed by a child, like screaming, crying, shouting, sometimes being very stubborn, defiance, whining, etc. etc. Now, what causes these temper tantrums is basically while a child fails to get grip over their emotions, they tend to throw their frustration or they tend to show their frustration in form of a behavior. So when a child is unable to deal with an uncomfortable emotion like sadness, disappointment or anger, they sometimes throw a fit. Screaming and crying is their way of saying, please help me, I am out of control. Another important reason for kids to throw tantrums is to take control over a situation. Their goal is to get things done in their way. So they think screaming and shouting will make you do what they want you to do. And tantrums can also happen while a child is feeling sleepy or when a child is tired and even while they are hungry. Now let's look into some of the ways that will help us preventing a tantrum. Say this is a most simplest and easiest way to prevent a tantrum. That is by giving what your child wants. Obviously, this strategy is not going to be good in the long run as your child is going to be in a continual mode of tantrum whenever he wants something. This is the most ineffective way of dealing with a tantrum. So what are the effective ways of dealing with a tantrum? You will have to give a lot of positive attention to your child by rewarding them with a praise or attention whenever your child exhibits a positive behavior or an attitude. You can also help your child by giving them opportunity to make small choices in little things, like for example, you can ask them if they want to have an orange juice or an apple juice, if they want to brush before a bath or after a bath. By doing this, you are giving small privileges to your child which will make them feel important and they will not feel a necessary to throw a tantrum. You can also help your child by distracting them. Take advantage of their short span of attention and offer them something in place of what you don't want them to have. And remember, it is necessary for you to be considerate before saying a no to your child whenever they ask for something. Be considerate and look into their request. And it is important for you to acknowledge their request at some point of time without bluntly saying a no. And whenever you feel that your child is throwing a tantrum just to have things done in their way, you will have to ignore the tantrum and put your foot down and tell your child or establish firm rules where your child understands that by throwing a tantrum, they will not get what they want. And the child will slowly adapt these rules and continue to avoid tantrums in the long run. Now let's look at your role while your child is throwing a tantrum. This is really important because here you need to keep your cool. Please do not add your own frustration or anger while dealing with a tantrum. Remember, you're here to help your child to learn to stay calm. So having a calm state of mind for you is really important. And also remember, tantrums are not a cause of concern. Tantrums will stop on their own at some point of time. And as the kids mature, they grow self-control. They learn to develop, coordinate, communicate, and also cope with the frustrations. So the more the less tantrums and more control is fewer frustrations and happier parents. With this, I come to the end of video, and I hope this video has helped you in understanding what temper tantrums are and how can you prevent these temper tantrums. Please let me know what are your learnings or takeaways from today's video by posting your comments below. And in case if you want to nurture your child's development by being or by implementing these positive parenting skills, please join my group where you'll get a lot of insights on implementing positive parenting skills, which is going to help your child to develop in a better person without having tantrums. So my group is Blissful Parenting. Send me a message on Messenger and I will acknowledge and give you invite to join my group. I hope I have served the purpose for today, and here I sign off. Until we meet next, take care. Happy parenting.